This video is made by the Animal Stem Cells Lab, College of Animal Biotechnology, Guru Angad Dev Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, Ludhiana, Punjab. Here we provide an overview of real-time qPCR. What is RT-qPCR? How is this different from a PCR? Quantification of PCR amplification in real time. Oh, I am worried. What are things required in RT-qPCR? The things required for RT-qPCR is 1. Machine and 2. Reagents. Now I got it. First of all, I need a real-time PCR machine, which is different from a conventional PCR. And the second thing I need is some reagents and consumables, which are PCR tubes or strips, a pair of primers, which are forward and reverse primers, master mix, cybergreen or TACMan probe, cDNA, and water. There are a few major steps of an RT-qPCR, and they are the following. Step 1, RNA isolation. 2, RNA quality checking. 3, cDNA synthesis. 4, qPCR reaction setup and PCR protocol setup. 5, data acquisition. And 6, data analysis and graphical representation. Steps of RT-qPCR. Step 1. RNA isolation can be done by 2 ways, kit-based and traditional methods. Step 2. RNA quality check is done using either nanodrops or gel electrophoresis or qubit and ultimately by the bioanalyzer. Step 3 is the cDNA synthesis, which is the conversion of mRNA into cDNA as shown in the figure with the help of RT enzyme. Step 4 is the setting up of qPCR reactions. This is always performed on ice as shown here. Protocol setup is the next step that needs to be entered in the qPCR machine. This is similar to your PCR protocol with additional step of mouth curve. Please see the figure for a typical protocol. Step 5 is the data acquisition, where we get the threshold value, CT, of product amplification. Lower the CT value, higher will be the product quantity and vice versa. In the figures, CT values of 2 genes are shown. Step 6 is data analysis. Initial analysis of PCR amplicon can be visualized using melt peak. Each specific gene product will show you 1 peak, as shown in the figure. Gene 1 and Gene 2 have specific data analysis. Later on, data analysis are done by either 1 absolute method or 2 relative method. In relative method, row CT values are normalized against housekeeping genes and delta-delta CT values are calculated. Exercising precautions. 1. Keep working area clean. 2. Repeat qPCR runs to calculate CV and consistency. 3. Keep all your run plates/tubes till you complete your thesis. And 4. Maintain lab notebooks. Exercising precautions during RNA isolation and setting up qPCR reactions are important. Apart from that, maintaining a lab notebook with labeling is must. Please note, maintaining a proper lab notebook with daily observations and qPCR plate/tube setup is important to prevent subsequent confusions and mess. I would like to acknowledge the College of Animal Biotechnology for providing the facility, staff, and students of Animal Stem Cells Lab. Thank you.